Jill.
Yes.
I'm laughing so much. I'm gonna make this shake.
Hold on a second. Press stop.
Jill,
Yes.
are you annoyed with me right now?
So we're mapping out our next stay, and the intent was to go to Calgary for the week.
We never discussed it.
The plan was to go to Calgary for the week.
But we never talked about it.
The plan was to go to Calgary for a week, and then we're going to Golden, BC. So I was just running through a couple of campground options for Calgary. Together with Mitch, we explored about 6 different campgrounds, and we made a choice. I filled out the online reservation form, clicked send. Done. Perfect. Now they are going to reach out to me for my credit card for deposit, so it's not 100% done, but you know, it's done. And then she says, so we're not going to Edmonton? For the last week, we've been talking about where we're going next.
No, we haven't
Yes,
discussed.
we
No, we haven't.
Okay, maybe we didn't.
You discussed it in your brain.
Regardless, today, after looking at all the campground options, clicking book, then she says, "Oh, what about Edmonton?"
Was that officially reserved?
No, so now we have to explore some Edmonton campground options and go through and we're leaving in 2 days, by the way. Fortunately, this is the long weekend, and more than likely there'll be available spots, so it's probably not a big deal, but you know, for those type A personality people who like to plan in advance and have it all mapped out, I'll be okay.
All right, there you have it. We're leaving for Edmonton, which means that we've decided to continue. We've had many fire talk. Is that what you say?
Campfire chats.
Campfire chats, and decided that we would regret it forever if we didn't keep going. So, although we miss our family immensely, we've decided that we're gonna keep going.
Keep on trucking.
Now, in order for us to keep going, we've had to make some changes.
Yeah, so we've decided that in order to facilitate our situation for a number of different reasons, we're going to look for a work camp position. So we've done some research, we've checked out a couple of sites, made some phone calls, sent some emails, and to our surprise, rather quickly, found a position in Golden, BC. That's just basically just over the Alberta border.
So that'll help us for a couple of reasons. It'll help us financially. So for people who don't know what work camping is, it's basically where you trade some time, you know, either part-time or full-time work for your camping fees. So your site fees.
Full hookups, 50 amp service, water, dump station, you know, or I should say sewer hookups.
Well, that's what we're getting with our position, but
Right.
keep in mind that's not the same all over the board. You know, we encourage you guys to look for your own camping position and see what works for you and what you need. The other thing to keep in mind is, as Canadians, work camping in the US is a little different. We don't have much information on that, but we are looking for some information. So if any of you have any information on that, please share it.
We don't even know if we can, so.
Yeah, and we will link some sites below for Canadian work camping sites.
Right. So there you have it. We are basically leaving for Edmonton for a short period of time, Calgary for a short period of time, because our hostess position, work camping position, is starting in about 2 weeks. So we're off. Now,
How long that will last, the work camping position, we're not 100% sure. That will be negotiated when we get there. and our phones are digging.
As we are speaking right now, by the way, we're talking to you from the future. So we can report that Mitch's finger
is perfectly healed.
All is well, all is normal. Thank you to the wonderful advice from our paramedic friend. And
thank you for all your concern. We received many messages asking about my finger and if it was okay. And like Jill just mentioned, we are talking to you from the future. So also keep in mind when you're watching our videos, they're a little behind where we actually are. And that's just because of editing purposes and all that kind of stuff. But as of right now, my finger is perfectly fine and I'm not giving anybody the finger. Did you notice?
And for those of you who are following us on Facebook and Instagram, you might have an understanding or an idea of where we are actually today. Oh, and also, as for the motorcycle, because that's pretty important too, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Not quite fixed, although relieving the tension on the final drive belt helped. It looks like I might have caught it too late and done some damage to the bearings, but I'm still looking into that, so more to come on that. Back to our regularly scheduled program, and thanks so much for watching.
Sometimes even a pull-through is not a pull-through.
So we're headed to Alberta, specifically Edmonton, and I don't know why. We're really terrible at geography, obviously. We didn't realize that Lloydminster was literally right on the border of Alberta and Saskatchewan. So you know how sometimes when you live in a town you might say something like, oh, what side of the tracks are you on? Or what side of the river do you live on?
Molly.
So when you're in Lloydminster, you might say something like, oh, are you in Saskatchewan or in Alberta? Because literally the provincial divide goes right through the town. So I'm also wondering, what does this footage look like? Because this GoPro got ran over by a...
What happened?
I guess my shorts are a little older than I thought.
Wait. I don't even know if you can see.
Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned next week as we seek out to find some wildlife in their natural habitat. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not, and we'll see you next week.